Okay, continuing on, had just a little pause there. And what I was talking about was how I went about filling in all these colored areas here, and really the techniques involved in doing this particular cover. I pretty much covered everything that I wanted to cover except one thing. I have one little piece of bling left that I'd used here. And pardon my gloves, I wear gloves. They don't even match today, but I'm going to be doing something to demonstrate a technique that I did on the cover, on the back cover in this video for you. But I wanted to use up this little piece of bling here, so I'm going to put it on here. It's kind of tricky doing these with gloves on, but I think what I want to do is put it right here. There we go. Yeah. That was a nice little accent right there. And let me flip this over. I'll make it dizzy. And something I wanted to point out on this back cover too is that I just doodled a little face on here, and it's upside down. And that's something that I personally do a lot in my drawings because I do abstract drawing. So it doesn't bother me that this head is upside down. And and like I mentioned, I do a lot of that. And to move on to the technique that I used on the front cover, I've just got a piece of board in here, by the way. This is Bristol cardstock to protect things as we go along here so we don't make too big of a mess. And get my hair off of there. So what I'm going to do to begin on this back cover is I have liquid watercolor, and it was for kids. It was Crayola brand. And all I did was mix a little bit of that in with some water in a mini mister. And I also added some Pearl X powder to it to give it some shimmer. And let me just shake this up, make sure the shimmer is shaken up in this. And it doesn't come across on camera, but you can see that this is shimmery, this orange color here. So let's just do this. And this, I don't usually use a box or anything. My process tends to be a little bit messy, but it's kind of satisfying for me in particular to work that way. And I just simply just spray on here and there. And then, whoops, put this over here, sorry. And then what I'll do is take a cloth and start wiping it. And I like what that does. And you can see I've made a mess here, but my baby wipes will take care of that. And I've also found out something else, that when I make a mess like this, that your StazOn cleaner works like a charm to remove color. Of course, that's what it's for. It does remove color. So it works on my work surface really well. And and I don't mind that there are blotches here, and we'll just work with that as we go along. And then what I will also do here is we need to add a little bit of yellow in with this too. And this one's a little different. I used a yellow gouache, or whoops, sorry. That's how you spell it. I don't know if you can see that. The glare is kind of bad on that. It's Gouche. And excuse me, it's not really an acrylic. I don't really know exactly what it is, to be honest. It's a little thicker, of course, than the watercolor is. So I'll just do that. And we'll just wipe that down. And then what I will do is go ahead and hit this with the heat gun. And I'm sorry about the noise on this. Just wanted to get a little bit of that moisture out of there, so we can move on. And now what I think I will do is something that I did on the front cover was use my oil pastels. And what color do we want to do? We need some blue. So let's put some blue in here. And what I'll do is just take a little area like this and just, these are just crayons. So I just start getting the color down, and so I will use many different types of things in my work, and I do a lot of collage work too, and making the little mini books and tags and things like that. And so all I'm doing is really trying to get some of this blue color in the mix also. I had it on the front cover. And my blue that I've got over here in a mini mister is one of my favorites. It's almost gone. You can see I use it quite a bit. We'll do a little bit of that too. But this is kind of a real pretty, kind of a cornflower blue is what I would call it. So then I can just take this area right here and just begin where it narrows in and just come on out this way. And I don't know if you can see that real well. Let me bring it in just a little bit. So, whoops, wrong way, sorry. There, that's a little bit better. And you don't have to really even fill in the whole area. Just come over, you know, and do as far as you like it. Just kind of look at it and see what you think. And we're going to add a lot more down here in this area. And when I'm doing this, I try to let it flow and go, free form with it. But I also take a look at it to see where I need to put the different colors to achieve balance in the composition. Composition was something that I have struggled with, because I'm one of these people that I just want to just throw things down and work with it instead of controlling it through design or pre-planning, that kind of thing. I just like to take things and start adding when I'm collaging. And so that right there, doing that part at the bottom, is giving some balance, and it's also grounding it. It's a little lighter on the bottom than it is at the top. So at this point, as far as looking at it, color wise, it's a little bit off balance. It's heavy, top heavy, excuse me, and it's real light at the bottom. So what I'm going to do is put that there, and I'm going to go ahead and do some blue spray. And this blue is intense. It's kind of a bravery test in a way. I'm going to keep it down here. And where it's going onto the yellow, you can see that it turned it green, which I like. So that when that happens, then a lot of times, the next place you go with your color will be dictated by, things that happen like that. For instance, I didn't realize until I did that just then that I need some green on this too. So now that turned green, reminded me that, and here's some green over here too, that it turned green, that we do want to have some green. And I've just happened to have some green in a mini mister. I'm going to do my spraying and then do the heat gun again, and then I'll go back over an accent with the oil pastels. And you notice that even though I sprayed, there's not a lot of that blue on top of this pastel. The pastel is oil and it will resist this spray, which is really cool. I like that I can lay down my color and it's not disturbed with your other mediums. So, all right, we've got a green tint going on now, and it doesn't show up on camera like it does in real life, but it balanced the color quite a bit, pretty well. So this is just a good example. I mean, it's kind of mixing in, and it's splotchy in some places, and mixed real well in others, and I personally love that style. It's more of a serendipitous thing, and then as you can see that the effect of it, excuse me, is getting, you know, more blendy, and then what I'll do is again take my marker like I did with this first color that I laid down. I'll take my marker and accent these areas, and I can't do that right now because it's too wet to do that, but let me look at my time. Yeah, I'm running kind of long on time here, so what I think I'm going to do is go ahead and stop it there for now, and I will, of course, be coming back with a part 3. So thanks a lot for watching, and don't forget to comment and rate and give me some feedback, and you have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.